Now you can probably hear me. Yep, there we go. Sorry. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. But I fixed it. Alright, here we go. Trying to get this little Dratini boy. Now, I believe I'm all set up. I think I just need to actually... No, wait. I'm not. I didn't get a jolly one. That's what I need to do right first. Yeah. Didn't press B enough. Here we go. So we generated an egg, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'll hatch it. And then totally was like, yeah, no, I have to go to bed. So that's where we are now. Alright, it is a crummy day outside. I'm hoping it gets a little better soon, but we'll see. Because I do need to go for a run. Also, I don't think I'm going to be able to play very long today. Probably more of a 2-hour stream rather than a 3-hour one that I'm used to doing. Unfortunately, well, it's not unfortunate because, like, I want to go do it. There's something I need to do later. So, my time is a little pinched. What was I gonna do? Sorry, I have my phone in my hand, and there was a question I had in my head, and I forgot it. I hate it when that happens. You're just like, oh yeah, hang on, I got a question. And then you open your phone, and you get to the home screen, and you're like, wait, what was the question? Oh, that's embarrassing. I wish I didn't have my time so split up the way that it is. You know what would really help me with my time management? If I could, like, get rid of this thing that takes 50 hours of my week away but enables everything else in my life. Like, if I could just get rid of that thing. I'm talking about the job. I don't hate my job. I don't necessarily have a problem with my job. Not anymore. I mean, if you asked me 4 years ago, yeah, no, I did because I was undercompensated, but now today my problem's not the compensation. My problem is the time it takes. Of course, that was my problem before. It was the time and the money. When you're not getting both, then you're like just angry all the time. Now that it's like, I make enough money to be pretty comfortable. It's like, all right, cool. If only I had the time to enjoy all this comfort I can afford. I'm not like rich or anything. I'm just like, you know, I can afford some of the niceties of life. Pokemon cards, Flesh and Blood cards. I'd say the equipment to do this, but I've had all this equipment forever. I've just never really put it to use. Every time I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be a streamer. I feel like that's how most streamers get in. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna be a streamer. And then they buy the stuff, and then they like try it, and then life gets in the way, and they just put it away, and then they come back to it later. Because I bought this capture card. When did I buy this? I bought this... Pretty sure I bought this capture card in like 2013, 14? Somewhere in there. 2014... 2014 feels about right. So almost 10 years ago. I've used it intermittently, like, oh yeah, I've got that. Let me try streaming, and then it works, and then I do it for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, a month, and then something else comes in, kicks the tower, and I become destabilized, and I can't do it anymore. And this is definitely the longest I've kept up with trying to make content. Between this and my YouTube, like I've recorded, edited, and uploaded up to like day 100 for my pack a day series, which that alone amazes me. I can't believe I've done it that long already. That's pretty cool. I've got my stream archive uploaded on my channel. That's like, I don't even know how many hours of content. Let's see. I average about 2.5 hours times... Oh God. I don't actually know. It's less than 100 hours, I think. Yeah, it's less than 50 videos. Well, maybe it is 50 videos. About 100 hours of just raw footage. I mean, that's a lot. I'm almost done editing my first actual video, which I am very excited about. I've got, let's see, I think I'm up to 7 minutes, and I've got 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes to finish editing. Well, I say finish editing. That's just getting like the footage right. I've got my voiceover in there. I've got the footage in there. The footage is like 75% complete. Then I just need to put in music, and then we're done. I can upload my first video. And I think my second video is going to follow along pretty closely. I don't think that one's going to be as... Oh gosh, sorry. I don't think that one's going to be as difficult. One, because now that I've got one video kind of under my belt, because I've got one video under my belt, it's not going to be too difficult to get the second one. I won't make the same mistakes again. All right. Oh, look, it's Dratini. Who could have seen that coming? I might need to go get some Advil. Nope, that's actually a bad idea. I shouldn't do that. Alright, let's see. You are lonely. Well, that's not what I need. Alright, time to do this again. Yippee skippy. Alright. My second video is actually going to be like a recap of the Battle Hardened. Like a recap slash review slash tournament report slash vlog type deal. It's going to be a couple of different things. I don't think it has like an actual explicit like genre. That makes sense. I have a selfie stick that I use for D&D recording. You know, it's great that I bought all this equipment to do all this content creation, like the D&D recording stuff, and then I just totally haven't uploaded anything because I'm scared. I'm so scared of doing that. I'm afraid it's going to be boring. We only play every 2 weeks, and if we miss a week, then that means it's like a month between uploads and recordings. Like, I'm wondering, I don't know. It's just, it's spooky. It's scary. I don't want to go through it. I gotta fix everything. It doesn't look good. I don't know. I'm just so antsy about it. My dad tells me the other day, yeah, I've been looking. I was trying to find your D&D cast the other day, and I just couldn't find it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's because I haven't uploaded anything. And then I was embarrassed. And then I was like, wait, you went looking for it? Why would you do that to me? It's bad enough. He said, oh yeah, I found your friend's podcast. my friend's podcast, which I am on, a general that way direction podcast. What is abbreviated as AGW? AGWD? Is there 5 letters or 4? A general that way direction. Yeah. AGWD podcast. Yeah, I'm on, I think, about half the episodes. He calls me his co-host, and I'm like, I'm not sure I'm your co-host, but sure, I'll take it. Sure, why not? He's definitely the host. It's his podcast. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just not on all of them, so I'm like, I don't know if that makes me a co-host. More like a guest, like a recurring guest. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it turns into. It's goofy, it's funny, it's fun. It's not like anything serious. But what was I talking about, the other thing? But yeah, the second video I think is going to require a little less work. So for this one, it involves a lot of clips that I had to shoot myself. There was staging involved and all that, whereas this vlog type deal I think is going to be a little bit easier to like capture, just because it's just editing together live, not live, like pre-recorded footage that I've recorded. So it's also going to be easier for me to script it out. And then I can do my voice, so I do my voiceover against that, and then bam. I think that's it. Maybe I have to find some music, but I don't think I gotta find a ton. I think it'll be a fun little project to have both of those going on. My only problem is I really want to get that second video up quick, like within 2 weeks of next weekend. So like March 20th, I think, is my deadline for that one, which that might be a fast turnaround. I'm not sure. The problem is, so I remember hearing a long time ago that you should generally consider, for every minute of a video, it requires an hour of editing, and that doesn't include like shooting or anything like that. And so far that's turned out to be pretty accurate. I think my first video that I've been working on is like 11 minutes, and I'm probably right at 10 hours right now, but that's also been me learning, me making mistakes, doing things wrong, suboptimally, and going to learn how do I do those things. But those mistakes have been very valuable, because now I definitely feel much more comfortable with the software I'm using and how to use it correctly. I think each time I run into a problem and I have to go solve it, like, I definitely come out on the other side like, oh, this is going to be so much faster next time, because I'm not going to make the mistake. So much of this has just been a fun learning experience. It's like, oh, so that's how that works. Okay. I definitely feel much more knowledgeable about what I'm doing now. So I am enjoying that aspect of it. Really, the biggest pain in the neck has just been figuring out, God, how do I find the time to do this? I think my time will free up a little bit more starting after the battle hardened, because I think what my plan then is, so if I go do the battle hardened, because I have to be in flesh and blood mode during that time, so I'm just gonna do it, get as much reps as I can on the game, and then once the battle hardened is over, I think I'll shift my focus to, okay, we're strict content creation. Let's get this done. Let's get these 2 videos finished. And that might include skipping an armory or 2, which I don't normally like to do, but I might need to do it just for the sake of getting caught up. The lady dragon. Come on. Damn. What? I don't understand. This is a lot in a row to miss. Alright, let's go try this one more time. Alright, this is in the way. Forgot I need to be able to see this timer because I actually need to pay attention, cognizant of my time today. So I think we're gonna try to end around 3:30. I need an extra half hour because I gotta go. I got somewhere to be at 6, but I also want to try and get a 30-minute run in. And I budgeted my time poorly when I first woke up, and then I had a big breakfast, and I don't want to run on a completely full stomach because that would be insanely dumb. So I'm digesting at the moment. And then I got playing a game of Talishar. Talishar is a Flesh and Blood free-to-play program. So basically you can play Flesh and Blood online. It's actually not too bad of an interface. Now that I understand how it works and how to use it, it actually is not bad to play. There's a couple of things that could be optimized a little better, but honestly, I mean, it's pretty good for what it is. I mean, it's a web interface to play Flesh and Blood. It knows all the rules. There's no like manual entry for me. It kind of does everything on its own, which is, I mean, pretty good. Major props to the developer of that, because he's doing it totally for free too. Like, if LSS ever finds it in their budget to go like, all right, we're gonna design a web portal to play Flesh and Blood, like they need to hire that guy, because that guy like figured it out really quickly. The game's like 2 years old. All right, it's not 2 years old. It's like what? 1, 2. We're just going into like the third block right now, which, I mean, that's pretty young for a card game. It's already survived its 2 years, so like now, like, I don't know if you know anything about card games, but like there's this general phenomenon called the 2-year curse. What is the 2-year curse? Every card game that has ever come out, save the big 3, generally what it gets to 2 years and then dies because it can't get traction, it can't get enough players, there's not enough support from the parent company, the LGSs don't like it. I mean, there's a variety of things that can happen, but in general, a new game, if it can get over the 2-year mark, it tends to survive. So what games have gotten past the 2-year mark that are still around today? Force of Will, what it's called Weiss Schwarz, which is like an anime card game. Like they just license anime properties and they make cards for the game. It's actually a pretty good game with really good art. Lots of chase cards. Let's see. I think Bakugan is dead, but that game was actually around for a while. Bandai, I think, just got sick of it. The Digimon card game is still too new. Dragon Ball Super is still around. That game's made it past 2 years. Force of Will is another Japanese card game. The Japanese card games tend to do pretty well. It's these American ones that don't do very well. Like, Force and Destiny was a Star Wars card game. I think Fantasy Flight made it. It was a Star Wars card game that involved a dice. I played a game of it. I don't know. I just didn't like the die. it seemed weird. And the booster packs came, like the booster pack was a booster pack and then a die, which was just super awkward. I'm like, so the booster packs don't come, like they come the box, but they come like loose. They're not like packed in. So it was just really awkward. It didn't feel like it made a lot of sense. I don't know. It just, I don't know. I didn't like it. It was kind of weird. The gameplay was all right, but I just think the product model was too weird. Because then, what do you do with the die? Cards you can put in a binder, but the die, how do you store that? Do you just have like a bag of dice? Like, how big is that bag? I don't know. It was strange. Let's see what else. Let's see what other card games are still around. Let's see. I mean, that's really kind of it. Those are the games that have made it past 2 years and are still kind of around. Let's see. So then let's look at the list of card games that are just toast. Just no one's heard of them anymore. Zatch Bell. I don't even know if that game made it a year. They may have made one set and then they were toast. Zatch Bell, the Naruto card game. That game was super toast. The original Star Wars collectible card game. That game did not last very long, which is kind of disappointing. Let's see. What else? I mean, there's a veritable graveyard. What was the name? Not Bakugan. It was like it. Started with a Z. Oh gosh, I don't remember. If you go on YouTube, search up Kodak. Kodak has just he's done all kinds of videos on card games and game design, and he talks about this. And it's just, there's all kinds of games that he's like, this was a really good game. It just died. And a lot of these games like have really good design. All right, something's wrong. I should have missed this many in a row. Because this is supposed to be like a 50-50 chance. Like that's like flipping tails 5 times in a row. It just doesn't really happen. Whoops, I think that's the wrong one. No, that is this one. All right, let's go get this egg. I'm gonna save just in case. Just in case I'm wrong. And then I don't have to lose this egg. Okay, because I mean this isn't a slow process. All right, let's get these out of here. Let's see. Yeah, give me these. Let me see here. This is strange. Yeah, give me them both. And I gotta put the Dratini, not the Dratini, the Ditto first. Yeah, it has an Everstone. It is jolly. It's female too. This thing should be passing its nature. What the heck? I'm confused. Oh no! I just thought of something. Okay, we're gonna put this down here. Okay, I just thought about it and I'm like, wait, what if it's learning attacks and it deletes Dragon Dance? I forgot because it was such a low level that it would actually do that, but alright, we should be fine now. Level 31's pretty high. I didn't realize that it was the second slot, too. That was annoying back then. I remember when you would like spam breeding. you'd like finally get a good Pokemon, and then you'd check its moves and like, wait, where's my egg move? And then you pull the parents out and you realize, uh-oh, it learned an attack and overrode it. It's crazy. Actually, if you want to talk about the new card game that's coming out that everybody's kind of excited about, Lorcana, the Disney trading card game. I can't believe it's taken Disney this long to make a card game. It's a little sus. I really feel like that IP would have been very easy to exploit a long time ago. I feel like they got just the right executive at some point recently to be like, hey, you know, you see how like all these cards are like selling for a lot of, like, look at this Pokemon thing. Did you know Pokemon is like bigger than us? And everybody looks around, Pokemon's bigger than us? What? Pokemon can't be bigger than us. Then they look at the market cap and they go, son of a gun, actually Pokemon is bigger than us. Fun fact, Pokemon is in fact bigger than Disney. Anyway, they look at it and they go, yeah, and like these cards, like they're selling for so much money now that it's like partly driving a lot of their like hype. Maybe we should do that. So I'm suspicious of Lorcana, especially when you look at the cards. You look at the cards, right? And you can't help but notice that they look a little similar to Magic the Gathering. And it's just a little weird. Because obviously they can't copy Pokemon, right? Because it just, it wouldn't make sense. Pokemon's gameplay is actually fairly unique and actually very much based on how the video game is played. Like, loosely. You can see the parallels, right? The 6 prizes representing the 6 Pokemon you knock out. Having a team of 6, so you've got the 1 Pokemon who's out and your 5 Pokemon still in your pocket. That's your bench. Like, you know, that stuff like that makes sense. You got your trainer item cards that, you know, represent the various items you can use or equip and do stuff with, you know, the supporters who help you along the way. You know, it's very much based on the actual video game gameplay. So they obviously couldn't copy Pokemon and make it like a super simple game like that, because the Pokemon trading card game is actually fairly simple. It's actually very kid friendly, but it's got enough depth that like there's still a bunch of adults who play. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. I played Pokemon when I was technically an adult. I still collect the cards. I don't play anymore, but there's technically money in it now, because I do think they do a cash prize. They used to only do scholarships. Like if you won the tournament, you'd get a scholarship, which, you know, was great if you're going to college, but if you're an adult playing, you're like, this is kind of useless. So I think they started switching to more of a cash prize. Anyhow, talking about Lorcana here. Lorcana it looks a lot like Magic, where you've got what looks like a cost up in the corner of a card, and then you've got 2 numbers at the bottom which look like an attack and a defense value. Then at the near the bottom middle of the card, you've got text that looks like effects that the card does when you play it or while it's in play. It looks suspiciously similar to Magic the Gathering, which is why I'm wondering if this game is basically going to combine Duel Masters, which, fun fact about Duel Masters, Wizards of the Coast approached a Japanese company to make Duel Masters. Basically, they said, we want Magic the Gathering, but simpler and kid-friendly, so that we can eventually get the kids to move into Magic the Gathering, right? That was their goal with that game. And then Wizards like supported it for like 2 or 3 years, and then just axed the game and said everybody moved to Magic the Gathering, and it like half worked, half didn't. But Lorcana looks like it might be a little similar to Duel Masters, because it's interesting how you have these attack and defensive values, obviously, because there's like a shield behind one of them, right? So it's like, okay, so this is obviously like your defense. So I'm wondering how similar it's going to be to that. We would all have started playing Pokemon professionally at age 12 and got ahead of the curve on the pro Pokemon YouTuber trend. I mean, God, that would have been great, right? We tried. You can actually still go out there and find gameplay footage of me and a couple of friends. If you search Pokemon Team Overload on YouTube, it's still out there. Every once in a while we pull those videos up and go, damn, we were something. It's still out there. J-Wits was the first like actual competitive level player who found success being a content creator. He did some pretty good skits and stuff, and I think he's still fairly involved with like commentating. I don't think he plays a ton anymore. I think like he might play like the online card game, but I'm pretty sure he's more of like a caster. Like they have him come to the big tournaments and like shoutcast and stuff, which is pretty cool. That's awesome that he kind of got that to work out for himself. Unfortunately, we all followed a different path. God damn, what's going on? I don't know why I can't get this to be jolly. I don't want to hatch a billion eggs, man. I must just be getting super unlucky. Oh, I don't need to talk to you again. I really wanted it. Wait, I didn't take... Well, it's a good thing I saved, right? I can just reset and grab the egg. Some benefits. That's what we're doing. This takes like 5 minutes every time I have to do this, man. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Actually, talking about the, I don't know if I'd call it a pro Pokemon YouTuber trend, but looking at that, if you look at the history of like card games and who tend to be good at them, what I've noticed is almost none of like the top level pros are content creators. Like they might have a friend who does like a podcast with them, but they very rarely are content creators. And then the ones who are content creators are good, don't get me wrong. They are good at the game, but they can't break into these consistent wins. They might win once in a while. but they can't consistently be good most of the time. There are, of course, exceptions. I think you have Wolf Glick. Yeah, that's you just said Wolfie. Wolf Glick he's a pretty good VGC player, but he also has a pretty good he has a pretty good content library on his channel. But I think where there's a little difference is, if you're talking about VGC, I think it's much easier to do both, because recording VGC gameplay is actually fairly easy. You just got to plug your Switch into a capture card, set up OBS, and hit record. I think that's much easier than practicing, than doing Pokemon, competitive TCG, or even Magic, because with those with Pokemon you can use TCG Online, right? And I mean, it's a pretty good program and it works very well. I just think you lose something, because Wolf Glick, with the VGC, you can spend more time doing odd little team combos to shake things up every now and then. But with TCG, it's actually it's almost to your detriment to do that, to play quote fun decks. Running a channel, playing a pro has got to be exhausting. He just won the largest ever VGC tournament a couple weeks ago, and he's creeping up on 1 million subs. Oh yeah, this is his full-time job. At this point, he can't have another job and be as productive as he is at both of those things. I think that Wolf is probably Prodigy level good, because you kind of have to be, right? And I'm not saying, I don't know much about the guy. I'm not saying any of this to be oh yeah, he's the greatest player ever, blah blah blah. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I think in order to do both of those things, you have to be that good. You have to just be naturally talented at it. Because if you think about it, because this is what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to do this and be reasonably good at Flesh and Blood, and try and make content on this, video content, and I have a full-time job. And I can tell you, I am tired. I am tired a lot. It is hard. And right now, my job isn't stressful, my day job. But my day job can get stressful. I don't know what it looks like when I'm in the middle of a busy month at work, and I'm trying to play Flesh and Blood and do this, and I'm trying to make video content on the side. All of those bring their own stressors and their own time commitments, and it is a lot to ask for. It is a lot. If I didn't have that day job component, instantly 50 hours of my life is free. Just right there. Taking that one thing out alone unlocks 50 hours of my week that I could actually use to be good at making content, to make more content. I could, instead of streaming 2 days a week, I could easily stream 4 days a week. One of those days could even be Flesh and Blood. I could actually afford to do all of that and still keep up with going to regular armories and actually traveling for events and stuff like that. But, that's expensive. unless you have an actual Patreon, right? And that Patreon is paying you $2,500 a month or something, and you're making enough money in ads and stuff to actually be able to save for the future. I think minimum you need $3,000 in income in order to justify doing this full time. That's a minimum. Because we're talking $3,000 in income, $1,500 going to rent alone. You're starting to really kind of stretch the limit of what the extra of that $1,500 can do. And $1,500 for rent, I think, is generous, unless you're living in a situation where you can split. Even then, I think the lowest you can get that number is maybe $600-700. in today's economy, it's you're really pushing the limit of what you can do there, because you gotta remember, $3,000 a month is only like $36,000 a year, and we still haven't talked about taxes yet. I don't know. It is definitely unless you've, I think a lot of these people have to have like alternative income coming from somewhere. Obviously, if you're like good enough, like you could maybe get sponsored by like Dragon Shield or Magnolia Gaming or something, or like Star City Games. There's a lot of sponsors for gaming now. Actually, I think CLG has a couple of Pokemon players, don't they? Wait, is Wolf sponsored by CLG? No, I'm thinking of Linkus. Linkus is sponsored by CLG. Yo, what's with these Dratinis, man? Oh. No, I already started talking to you. No! I messed up. I can't go back. If this egg is jolly, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Whatever. It's just another, what? 10 minutes to correct this mistake. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, income and content creation. Yeah, I don't know what the numbers look like on a... Heck, even, like, yeah, he's coming up on 1 million subs. Let's talk about 100,000 subs, right? If you got 100,000 subs, like, your average video gets 50K views. You got 100,000 subs. I think that's about right. Like, well, how much are you actually making on those videos? I'm pretty sure I remember hearing somewhere it's like $500 in ad revenue. I think. I'm fairly certain on that. Because, like, after the first week that a video is up, its viewership tends to drop. Now, you still get, like, consistent views over time, which is why a content library is important. I don't know if anybody knows anything about investing, but essentially the idea is as your portfolio increases, your monthly income rises just by sheer fact of volume. So a content library is a similar idea. If you've got 10 videos in your library, you know, they're not making a lot of money every month. But if you've got 100 videos in your library, like if you got 10 videos in your library and, you know, your first one makes it's $500 and then its viewership drops off, and they might pull, I don't know, $3 a month, let's say. You know, that's only $30 a month. You can't really do anything on that. But if you've got 100 videos, then suddenly we're talking about a completely different ballgame. Now it's $300 a month, right? If you can reach 1,000 videos and they actually pull $3 a month, which I think that curve still, like, it's still declining. It's, I don't know, it's weird. It's exponential, but the tail on it is really long and low. I think if you have like 1,000 video backlog and they can consistently pull in, like, you know, $3 a video, that's a decent amount of ad revenue. Like, I'm willing to bet, like, channels like Game Theory. Well, no, Game Theory is different. They're in a totally different echelon. I'm thinking, like, I don't know if no, I don't want to say that. Let's see. I'm trying to think of, like, High Rollers. There we go. That's someone I watched. It's not controversial. High Rollers, D&D channel. They were a part of Yogscast. Now they're kind of gone off on their own and they have their own studio and stuff. They have $100,000 subs. I think they've gone over that now. But, you know, their backlog is long. Like, they've got 100, I think they're up to like 100, episode 171. I don't know. I'd have to look at my phone. because I am caught up. But, you know, every once in a while, there's someone who donates and says, oh, yeah, I started watching you guys like a month ago, and I'm almost caught up. And it's like, you have people starting from episode 1 and watching it through like it's a show, or listening to it like it's, you know, like a continuous podcast. I mean, if you pull one of those people a month or something like that, like, I think your content can definitely keep the numbers up. It's just interesting how that works, in my opinion. That's why I think the last statistic I heard is that if you plan to start a YouTube channel, right, you gotta be in it for the long haul, because odds are you're gonna be making videos for at least a year with 0 viewership. Like, you're gonna get like 10 people consistently. But over that time, you're like getting better, you're getting better, you're building a backlog, you're kind of getting stuff going. And then eventually one video is going to hit and finally gain traction, and that's going to make your backlog actually valuable. It's kind of the goal with YouTube. Like, if that's the path you plan to go down, it's kind of the path I'm trying to go down. I don't think Twitch is going to work out for me. I'm just doing this because I can. This all is going to be cut up into like several 10-minute videos, I think. I'm still working on the first one, but you know, the plan, once I get that one done, because that one's more of like a presentary type thing. Yeah, I know you're right there with me. More edited content. Yeah, honestly, I like the idea of edited content better, just because, like, rather than this, because with this you got to get lucky. I feel like Twitch is a total crapshoot. You got to stream consistently, you got to put in a lot of work up front, and then it's a lot of time of not getting anything for it. And not really having anything to show for it either. That's kind of my problem with Twitch, is that I feel like I don't have, like, after I do a stream, I'm like, I really don't have anything to show for this. This is just kind of meh. Whereas with video content, it's like, I do have something to show for it. I have the video. Like, I can pull out the video, double click the video, and bam, I can watch 10 minutes of edited work that I put into this. I can show that I did this work. I think that there's so much more valuable than this, which kind of goes into the void and dies. It's the same reason I like to write. Like, I like writing. It's the same reason I journal. It's the same reason I have several outlines for books and story ideas, because like, that's proof that I did something, right? That I have something to show for it. That's almost of more valuable to me than the recognition. Please be jolly. Make me happy. Or wait, is this the one that I just picked up? I don't remember. Alright, please don't be jolly. Okay. That would have sucked. The hardest part of edited content, I feel like, is just the learning of how the tools work right now. Because I'm still not even at 1,000 subs to even be like, oh yeah, let's worry about monetization. Although, I think I'm a quarter of the way there, or over a quarter of the way there. I might be close to 30%. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I've looked at my analytics. I'm going to look at my analytics every so often, otherwise I'll drive myself crazy. And even then, all my stuff is shorts right now, so it's like, not that, it's not that great. One thing I do wonder about is if I edit like 10 shorts together to make a 10-minute video, Well, I guess it'd be 11 shorts. 11 shorts together to make a 10-minute video. Like, I don't know, the best Pokemon packs for this quarter or something like that. I wonder how that would do, because that is definitely like the lowest hanging fruit. Like, that is definitely like the lowest hanging fruit I could possibly do. Not a lot of work, very easy to put together. Would anyone care? I think it'd be interesting to try and maybe look at. I don't know. The other problem is I don't have the raw footage anymore because I've been deleting it. Like, after I edit the video together, I'm like, ah, cool, it's done. I don't need the price. Like, I don't need the raw footage anymore, because like that's a lot of footage to keep, right? Space isn't free, although it is cheap. Hard drives are pretty cheap. I don't know why I keep deleting it. Maybe I should stop deleting it. Yeah. How much was that 6 terabyte drive? I think I remember you talking about this. Wasn't it less than $100? Did the egg hatch and I just missed it? Oh, I did. I'm just stupid. Hardy. 75 for 6 terabytes? Man. I just feel dumb for saving that much storage. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Because, like, if I buy it, then I gotta buy... Alright, I know you're gonna think this is dumb. Alright, but I promise there's a reason. With a 6 terabyte drive like that, my biggest concern is that the drive will fail. Right? The drive will fail and I lose my data. So I can't just buy that. I have to have a second one. A second one to, like, back up to. Right? Oh, okay. So you don't think I'm crazy? All right. This isn't my standard like I gotta buy 2 thing. Like, no. This like there's a reason for this. I'm legitimately afraid of data security. Because like 6 terabytes is a lot of data. Like, I'm pretty sure I could fit every video I've ever made, plus all of my content, live, everything. Like, I've got old home videos that we've pulled from VHS tape, like lots of stuff. Put it all on one 6 terabyte drive. It fails. And then I'm out all that data. Have it all on YouTube, right? Well, I mean, yeah. Can you even pull stuff off of YouTube? Can we like re-download our files off of YouTube? I think we can. I don't know. So my brother watches Linus Tech Tips. So like he's like, here's the standard for data backups. You want to have 3 copies, 1 off location, 2 different medias. I think is what he said. So like one's a hard disk, the other's one's like an actual disk drive, the other's like a solid state type deal, and the other is like offsite, like Backblaze or something. I mean, that's fair. Well, I don't know. I have to go look at how big the recordings are for our D&D games. I actually don't know how big those are. I just haven't needed to care until right this second. I also wonder if maybe there's something... I wonder if there's a setting that, like, I feel like there's some kind of compression that's missing, because that does seem weird that it's 40 gigs for like what? How long is one of your Destiny streams? 2 hours? Two to three. Yeah, 40 gigs seems like a lot, but I mean, are you capturing it in full 1080? That might be the reason. Or are you doing some insane 4K setup? Because you can. I do think I need to invest in another drive. This PC that I'm using right now has a 1 terabyte solid state, 1080p. If it's any lower, it seems to get too grainy after editing and exporting for shorts. Oh, I see. Yeah, because of the compression. Okay. I guess that's fair. This PC that I'm using right now does not have any form of backup drive in it. It doesn't have a disk drive in it. It's just got a solid state. I forget what the protocol is. It's one of the onboard ones. It's not like a solid state connected through a SATA cable. It's one of the onboard, the ones that are adjacent to your PCI slots. I forget what the name of that particular slot is. That's what I'm using right now, and I've got a 1 terabyte stick in there. I am not hurting for space at all on this computer. Let's see. What's my space right now? Yeah, I've used like 130 gigabytes so far, and that's after 6 months of this. 6 months of 2 streams a week. For 6 months. I do know the Pokemon stuff is definitely lower, because even Pokemon Colosseum, I think that records in 480, so it's not very data intense, whereas I know your Destiny that's like a full 1080. I think can't Destiny go up to 4K if you set it up right. I'm pretty sure it can get really, really, really graphic intense. I don't know if I'm trying to think of what circumstances in which I would get into that territory. I will say this. On PC and Xbox, you can go to 4K. That makes sense. I think our D&D streams, which we have fewer recordings of, is taking up as much space as the Pokemon files I've done right now, and I have twice as many. So I do think that that's a part of it. I'd have to go downstairs and look, but I do know that that drive is like a third full. It's a 1 terabyte drive. I do want to create like a server PC for my house. This isn't like anything that's like on my radar right now. Once I have a PC that's like obsolete, I guess technically I already have one. I just don't have a case. I don't want to name it. I have most of a computer in a box downstairs somewhere. It's older. What do you do with old PC parts? I don't know. You put them in a box, throw them in a closet. I'm a pack rat when it comes to this tech stuff, but I could fashion together like some kind of like backup storage PC, which I kind of want to do. Because I think it would be a better use of the parts than just sitting in a closet. The only problem is I don't have a case for it. So I'd have to either buy a case or find a case or steal a case. I'm not sure what I have to do. Oh, right. I gotta go talk to Grandpa. It would just be nice to get like all the media files off of my computer and like have just a backup like PC that can store and back up too, just because then that could be like a separate thing and I don't got to worry about accidentally losing my data, which isn't backed up at the moment. You know, it's really weird. I talked about that was a big concern for me a minute ago and it's totally not backed up, but it's still like a fear that's in the back of my mind. I guess I should just go ahead and do it. Go ahead, get a big hard drive just to have as a backup and just have everything copied to it. Because that's just what I need. Another freaking project to work on right now. It's totally what I need. Just a big old project, another big old project to work on. The one nice thing about that project is once you do it, it's done, and then you don't have to do it again. You can just do it and it's done, and then you don't gotta worry about it. See, the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to have like this like backup PC have like a Blu-ray drive in it, and then I wanted to like rip like Blu-ray movies off onto the drive, or Blu-ray like TV shows or whatever. Because I do find watching them on the computer is much more convenient, but like so few of my computers have a disk drive in them, let alone a Blu-ray drive. So it's like, I'd rather this was just on my computer. Netflix makes it easier, but there are some movies it's like I hate the frickin' studio system. It's so annoying. Like, where can I go watch this movie that I used to have, right? I can't go watch it somewhere. I have to like have it. So I don't know what's wrong that my Dratini is not passing down its nature, because this is too many to miss in a row, that it's just me being unlucky. This is like the 11th Dratini I'm hatching. See, this is the other reason I can't do Twitch consistently as my content creation, because I will just sit here silently for like 5 minutes at a time and not say anything. I feel like that's super boring and not at all conducive to the experience. Although, I will say, I am truly not doing anything in the game. Like, I am grinding. I have been grinding for like 2 months now. Like, to me, this is boring to play. I can't fathom how to make this interesting to watch, other than to like edit it all together and then make a joke about how long it took me. Here's 2 months of work condensed into 30 seconds. Like, at least if something was going on in the game, I could, like, comment on that. I feel like my Colosseum playthrough was definitely much better than this has ever been. This is just boring as crap. And to be honest, I'm not sure I can make the battle towers much more interesting, just because... How many times can you watch the same battle over and over again? Oh, I mean, alright, hang on a second. They're not all the same battle. They're different battles. They're not the same battle. They're all different battles. I mean, I guess at least I have that going for me. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on how long it takes me to do it. How long until you make actual progress in the battle tower? A little longer than I'd hope. See, the problem is right now, I just don't have anything like else to really work on that I can justify using that middle screen for. I wonder if I can clone berries at the same time. Yeah. Because I haven't tested to see if I can soft reset in the GameCube yet. Oh, there's the hatch. Why the heck did that just launch? That's frustrating. Any other time I open this or start it up, it needs like 20 minutes to like... Oh, it's timid. Man, it's actually a decent nature. Oh, it's fire red is in there? Oh yeah, that's right, because that is what I was last working on. Ah, select is the Z button. Okay. Timer? What do I need a timer for? Wait, didn't it say this? Oh, it does work. Okay, cool. I do think I need to mute the Elgato though. Okay, well that only muted it. Oh, right, because I have it piped into desktop. Oh, I can fix that. Let's see, video format. What? Oh, audio output, here we go. Capture only. There we go. There we go. Okay. So if I mute the GameCube, then I can use the audio cues from it to know when to turn. Let's do this. Okay. Oops. Oh wait, actually, hang on. You need to be in here first. There we go. All right, this works. I wonder if this lady ever gets tired of people talking to her and then like interrupting her halfway through. Why does everybody keep doing that? And then they teleport away. God. Oh. It didn't work. I wonder why that didn't work. Maybe it didn't read my input. Oh wait, hang on. Actually, I think it did work. Or maybe it didn't. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it did work. Apparently it is not so imprecise. Oh wait, just want to make sure I have an egg. Am I just running back? Okay. Do. Oh yeah, that was much easier than how I was trying to do it the first time. The only problem with doing this is it does give me a headache. So I'm just remembering what order I need to do everything in. This is taking forever. swear, every time I do this, I have to like relearn how to control two controllers at once. Oh, right. I don't have... I think I did this already, but I'm gonna do it again. Oh, actually, I don't want to move them otherwise. That would create a problem. Nope, stop talking to me, lady. Okay, but you're the one who talked to me. See, this time I have to do things a little differently because I need the Pokemon that the berries are attached to as well. Interestingly. Although, I don't think I need exclusively, I don't think I need to breed, oops. I don't think I need to breed, like, a ton of, breed. Clone. I don't think I need to clone, both of these. I think I just need one or the other. It just takes so long. It takes so long every time I get suspicious that I've like missed a trigger or something. Yeah, I was just a couple seconds too early, it seems. Yes! Finally! Oh, we can get started. Oh! God, this... Yeah, grats. Yeah, didn't even do the hard part yet. This was just the please do it for X amount of time until you get what you need. I hate this. I want to be done. All right, well, we're one step closer to being done, so. All right. So, I have the Jolly Dratini. I fucking hate this game. Why doesn't it have Dragon Dance? Motherfucker. Fuck you. God damn it. They aren't even in here in the right order. Wait, it went... It only grew 8 levels. It learned 4 attacks in 8 levels. Can you only pass egg moves from the father? I really don't like breeding in Emerald. I just don't like any breeding that's not Gen 8. This is taking so long. So it can only get Dragon Dance from a male Dratini. Well, I guess I have plenty to pick from. Just the first one. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so mad. Literally, I checked the first one to make sure and then and just assumed. The Ditto's not even like... The Ditto's not jolly. Oh, how am I supposed to do this? I need Dragon Dance. Like, it's part of what makes this Dragonite even worth... Alright, it's not... Yes, no, to me, personally, I want Dragon Dance Dragonite. Can I do this with fishing? This is so tedious. Okay. No, it needs to be male. Damn it! $79.09. Of course, its attack is its worst stat. Modest nature, even worse. This one's adamant with... Alright, this one's the best. 23,756. How long will that take? Oh my god. I am not waiting 100,000 advances. All of this is terrible. Everything. It's all bad. I hate everything. I don't know what to do. That's too long to wait. Only to find out we missed it. I don't suppose there's another method to get a Magikarp. That is open to interpretation. Is the maximum I'm willing to wait, really. Well, hang on, this one's jolly. Again, it's jolly, but like, oh my god. This one's adamant. Stats are definitely worse, though. Oh, well, that opens things up a lot, doesn't it? Okay. Well. It makes this one pretty hard to miss. I just don't. I mean, 3 stats that I care about above 20 is, well, it's 5 stats technically, but 4 stats that are high enough that I'm high enough and in the right spot. I just don't care about the special attack or the attack on this one. Four, 4, 4, 0. I'm sorry, I'm like actively thinking about how to unfuck this. thing is straight trash. I'm pretty sure the Gyarados is better than this thing. Alright, so what if I rebreed the Gyarados? Whose stats I did not write down. I could rebreed the Gyarados with a Jolly Dratini. Try and get a Jolly Dratini with okay stats? No, I don't think that works. I'm pretty sure I only have like 2 Jolly Dratinis. So I breed this one. It has 2 zeros, exactly 1 stat that is of any use. Well, I guess it saves me the most work. Maybe. Please. This one. Right here. These two are right next to each other. I can live with either one of these. I'd rather have the 2304, but this is fine. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. It's gonna learn one more attack. It's Hyper Beam, so it will not override Dragon Dance. Okay. I just want to verify that this is the right Dratini before I make another stupid mistake. I say it was a stupid mistake. It's more like I didn't know that breeding was this hard in this generation. Jesus. Okay, it is this one. All right. All right, put the Dratini in first. And then the Gyarados. Okay. Now let's go do all this shit all over again. After I clear my party. Not withdraw. I just want to make sure that this is correct. Two don't seem to like each other much. Okay. Alright. And then we're going to be going for what one? 2304. "38 seconds is enough time." Alright. Jesus. And of course, we're like... I got 20 minutes. What am I doing? I'm getting confused about which controller is in which hand. Oh, I'm supposed to be watching the old man. Okay. I'm not actually hatching an egg right now. I have to... Well, I am, but it's not an egg I care about. Since it is just another failure. I don't know why I keep walking into that guy. Oops. Well, let's try that again. Oh no, I ruined it. I got distracted. Good God. Okay. I can at least get started. Thank God. You know, I wonder if the one with the right nature has to be in the daycare first. Because that's the only difference between what I did this time and what happened last time. Alright, well, I guess I get to try this once. Alright, so he has my Pokemon. Alright. It's Jolly. It's the right nature. And it has the attack. Okay. Let's start. Okay, let's see if we got it on one try. I doubt it. I didn't save. Damn it. I didn't... Takes 7 minutes to hatch one of these eggs. God damn. Yeah, what frame are we looking for? 2304. Well, we didn't hit it just based off that HP. HP should be 27 to 23. So let's see how far off we were. Well, yeah, let's do that. Last act before I close it down for now. 8, 17, 12, 14. 20, 21, 23, 24. 15, 16, 25, 28. $23.02. That is astounding. I missed it by 2 frames. Alright, well, I don't need to adjust it. Well, maybe this will be quick. Here's hoping I have to stop. So, I'll talk to you later. Bye!